Hey guys, Camper 15, join by my co-host Red Wolf. We are back with more Ruroni Kenshin as Kenshin has his first true test against Makoto Shishio's men in Chou of the Ten Swords.
That's just one of the 10 stores. Yeah. We have no idea what the fate of the other ones are, except for maybe Sojiro.
Yes, yes. Solid
Oh
episode.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and that one, monk guy.
Solid episode. I enjoyed the two episodes, the action, the craziness, the good stuff. Man,
I still can't get over. I still can't get over this, man. For years, I've been trying to get you into this series, and yet here you are now. If only you got into it years sooner.
I did get into it a year sooner.
Years sooner. Much.
Oh, well,
I'm telling
it's
you.
too bad. It's too bad. Be happy they came out with an anime remake that I'm into it now. Is he frozen?
It's something.
He froze
But
up.
they actually did this fight good. They actually did this fight really good.
I don't know if you need to get closer to your phone, but I can barely hear you. Anyways, let's get on with it. We're reviewing two episodes, but these two episodes contain the fight between Kenshin and Chou. We kind of start off episode 32 in a funny area or funny aspect because it's Misao commenting about him not getting his softball toe and
Sakamoto.
Huh?
Sakamoto.
Sakabato. I'm thinking about Bleach for a second. God damn it. Yeah, so she's commenting like, he did all this and then he still didn't get it and he's still looking for a sword. And then Kenshin's just like, huh? And then she's just like, aren't you gonna do something? Aren't you gonna go get your damn sword? And he's like, and he's just like, well, there's no point. I don't want to interrupt his obviously life, and he's living a peaceful life. And if he has his feelings on doing what he wants to go do, he ain't gonna make a sword for me. So I'm fine with that. Now, her grandfather does kind of scold Misao and's like, listen, you can't force him to do something you don't want. But he does tell Kenji's like, listen, if you are gonna go up against Makoto Shishio, you're gonna have to get yourself a sword. Otherwise, you probably stand no chance. 9 out of 10 times. Which,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of Makoto Shishio, we do cut over to his forces. He's got a bunch of army people that are like, Lord Shishio! Lord Shishio!
Yes, these are basically like people who like I don't know if I remember correctly, but I'm pretty sure they're all of those people were basically like or at least most of them, they were like wronged in their past, or like or specifically by the government. So it makes sense why they would worship him. So
Yeah, we see one of this weird looking, monk looking dude. He's doing all this talking about praising Shishio and keeping Shishio up to date with what's going on in Kyoto.
you call that a monk?
I don't care. He looks like a fucking monk. He looks like Jura from freaking Fairy Tale.
Jura?
Yes.
Not even. Anyways.
He tells Makoto Shishio about everything, and we kind of see Shishio's craziness because he's just like he just wants complete chaos happening. He's also expecting essentially the other 10 swords to get here. Now, Cho's actually in the area, and the monk guy talks about, like, yeah, Kenshin actually ended up going to, what's his face place, his old swordsmith. But basically, from what we got word on, that dude doesn't make swords anymore, but apparently we found out he has a secret sword stash from his father. And that gets Cho's attention, and he's like, I like that.
Well,
So
it's not more so he didn't make any swords anymore. It's more the fact he passed away, and of course his son, you know, he doesn't like to make swords. As you already know.
I was referring to his son.
I thought you were talking because
No, I wasn't.
the previous creators he passed away.
No. Anyways, Cho goes off to go find the sword, and Yumi is like, well, he gets into sword stuff, so he likes swords and things like that. And listen, man, Makoto Shishio is a lucky ass man because she just comes up, she's like, I'm gonna go to the room, I'm gonna go take a bath and then come to the bedroom. I'm like, motherfucker.
Now,
This
now,
dude with
now,
this
now
dude
that's
with
a real woman.
this dude with a chill face is just like, okay, sure. I'm like, Ninja. I'm like, if that was me, I'd be telling my man, shut up with what you need to say, hurry up and say it, and I need to go. Because my woman's waiting for me.
Well, I guess it's because they've already been in a long-time relationship. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And
I heard her say that, and I felt some sort of way. I'm like, oh, I would be like, can I hop in the bath with you, and then maybe we can consummate in the bath. Listen, she may be bad. I hate the fact that she's evil and she's working alongside this dude, but she's so goddamn hot.
yeah, I already said this before. They made Yumi very attractive in this remake. Very attractive. The same goes for most of the other girls too, like Kaoru and Megumi. They got a real glow up in this remake.
Not about your girl Misao?
She's even cuter too.
Yeah, don't hate on my girl Misao. Don't hate on Misao.
I'm not hating her, but she's not much different.
Because she's a tsundere. We get it.
No, I mean she's not much different design wise.
Anyways, we continue on with Kenshin doing his Kenshin things. Now we do cut over to Chou. He goes to the area. He sees the little boy Lori.
This is fun. This is the fun. This is funny. He's just like
they got that Lori's playing that game where you have obviously this, the handle thing, and there's obviously like a point where there's the ball connected to the handle thing, and you basically got to get the ball into the placeholder because there's a little hole in the ball and everything. He tries to do it and he fails like almost damn near like 20 plus times to the point he's like, you know what, fuck this shit. And it's funny because Lori, the little baby, is just kind of making fun of him or not being impressed with what he's doing. And it gets to the point where our boy shows up and he's like, oh, so there you are. And he basically asks him like, so about your father's sword, where is it? Because I heard you have it on you. And obviously, like, dude's like, sorry, but I don't know where that is. My father, hid it from me, and I have no idea where the location's at. And basically, Cho knows he's playing him for a fiddle, and he's like, well, if you're not gonna be like that, then maybe I'll just do something. So he picks up Lori by his swords. Now his wife comes in a bit and just sees Lori just dangling and everything. Now Lori's just a little baby, remember, thinking of everything is cool, but they're over there worried. They're just like, can you do us a favor and put our son down, please? And Cho's like, why should I? If you guys know where the location of the sword's at, then I'll put your kid down easily. And he literally puts the kid up into the air, unsheathes his sword. Now I'm watching this shit, I'm like, there is no way they're killing a baby right here, especially in one of the most gruesome ways you think, just straight impaling. But no, he doesn't do that. He then catches it by the hilt of the sword again, almost freaking out Lori's parents, and essentially, the father goes in, but he gets hit back, and the wife is like, listen, it's in this shrine. You just got to go over here, up this hill, and it'll be there in this shrine. You can go get it. She's basically begging, like, please give me my son back. And he's like, nah, I don't think I will, but actually maybe I'll do it. So he throws the kid in the air again, and then she starts to run up, But then he like slices. Now I'm like, no, he killed the girl. He killed the wife. But luckily, he catches the kid again. He actually cut the dang little toy up, essentially. And I was like, oh, thank God the wife didn't die. Because the way the anime portrayed and the way it was shown and the area was, I'm like, listen, man, I've seen this show in season 1 and what they've been doing when it comes to cutting up people's shit. I know it's not as gory as what we've been seeing in Elusive Samurai, but I still remember that one scene in Elusive Samurai from a distance where you see the back part and then the face gets all cut up and everything and it drops like that. I was legitimately thinking like she got cut up and she was gonna die there.
Oh my god! I honestly, I can't wait for you to see the trust and betrayal arc. I can't wait.
So he walks up with the kid and everything. Now Masao was over. Now they're obviously worried. The husband's like, "Why'd you have to tell him about this thing?" And she's like, "Listen, I was trying to protect her son." And this is the stuff that clearly, I didn't even know you were in your living room.
I'm in my kitchen actually.
Kitchen, living room, doll, same thing. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess it's connected. Yeah.
What's his face? So Masao overhears and she's like, "Wait, what happened?" Now she went over there because she was sick and tired. She's like, "I gotta ask these people where this sword is. I gotta get Kenshin a sword." Which, listen, Masao goals right there. She's like, "I need my friend to get his sword. He needs to be competent in fighting if he's gonna fight against Shishio." But she overhears everything that happened. She comes across this old lady and is like, "Hey, let my grandpa know this." You get another funny scene where there's obviously in these time periods with these animes, just like with Demon Slayer, you have the bird messengers, and the bird literally stabs Kenshin in the forehead, and as it's plugged out, he's profusely bleeding. Essentially, Masao's grandfather reads off the letter, and she's like, "Oh, this is from Masao." And then he gets a serious look, and then eventually tells Kenshin what's up, and then Kenshin just immediately leaves. He leaves to go basically save Lori.
Yeah, despite having no fixed sword, he went. So yeah, he's gonna be in a dire situation.
So, Chou is finally at the shrine and everything, or as he's getting up to the shrine, Kenshin's already there. He's already there, ready to scrap and ready to fight. He's like, "Oh," and he basically is like taunting him a bit. Now Kenshin's like, "Listen, put the child down and walk the fuck away." And Chou's like, "You think I'm gonna do that?" So
they made him really menacing.
He puts Lori on this tree and basically is like, "Listen, I know who you are. I see the scar. You're the Hitakiri Batosai. Now, do me a favor. Get out the way. Let me get this sword. And we have no problems. Or maybe I'll just cut you up." But basically, Kenshin's like, "You need to get the hell out of here." And he's like, "No, I'm not." Again, he gives some menacing, crazy-ass looks and everything. And he's like, I wanted to actually do something and kill somebody. And you know what? Maybe I could try to kill a baby." And this just sets Kenshin off. Kenshin off. He basically does this attack where Chou doesn't expect this. And it looks like he gets knocked out because he does this attack from his back and just knocks him out. Now the other characters end up showing up, like Masao and her grandfather end up showing up, and everything. And then that's when Chou gets back up and he's like, "Well, I didn't expect that. Well, okay, time to get serious." So he takes off his shirt and he reveals that he's covered. One, the reason why he wasn't too badly damaged or knocked out is because he had this freaking protective thing around his stomach area, which basically stopped the blow from knocking him out. And two, his sword is wrapped around him, which leads us into the next episode. So, which was last week's episode. He then unwraps his sword, and his sword is basically, if you watch Demon Slayer, it's like Mitsuri Kanroji's sword. It just twists all over the place. It's all wobbly and everything, and she can command it however she wants to.
Yep.
All right, I done enough talking. I'm out of breath. Tell us what happens next.
Yes. Cho launches an attack. Oh, he sends his elongated sword at Kenshin. Kenshin, he basically reads its moves, kind of. He dodges, but then Iori's father shouts out, "No, don't dodge! It's a feint attack." And the sword basically wobbles and cuts Kenshin right on the leg.
It was pretty gaping.
Yeah, so this sword is long and tricky. Go ahead. You were saying?
You keep going. I said he had a pretty bad cut.
Yeah, that's all you said, really?
Yeah, that's all I said.
Jeez.
Pretty deep wound there.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if Karu, she would be worrying sick.
Excuse me.
I said if Karu was here, she'd be worried sick.
She's already worried sick. Okay.
Right.
Anyways, yes. Okay. Sorry, dude. I'm a little low on energy right now, but
Low on energy. I just talked for an entire 10 minutes. Explain what happens next. You're the Kenshin master.
am I?
Yes, you are. Raise your hand if you think my friend is the Kenshin master.
Please put your hand down.
There we go. Continue on, my friend.
Yes. Kenshin was constantly getting overwhelmed by the elongated sword, and he's still at a disadvantage, obviously, because he's fighting with a broken sword. But regardless, he was doing pretty well defending, because Chou launched an attack, and his sword basically got caught in Kenshin's sheath, and which gave Ken. Oh wait, no, that's too soon. Oh my god, I'm not the Kenshin master right now, dude.
I don't really care. Just talk.
Kenshin. I mean, I just called you Kenshin.
Oh yes, thank you. I'm Kenshin, which means I get
No, you're
Karu, right? Cool. She's added to my harem. Let's go.
Boy, if you don't get... Anyways. You know what that means, right?
What does that mean?
Rid.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You give me Rit, because my name is Red.
Oh my god. You know I'm not giving up Rit. That's why when I take my Yavi from you in Zenless Zone 0, that's when you're gonna have to give up somebody. And I know you're gonna want her. I'm already saving up my polychromes.
And anyways, the point is, Kenshin's in a dire situation, and Yori's father is looking at this, like he sees no hope of winning, and he just walks up to his wife and goes, "Let's grab Iori while they're fighting and run." And Miss Sal's looking at him like, "Are you really just gonna make? Are you really just gonna make Kenshin like a sacrifice to this guy?" And he argued like, "I didn't ask for this."
He didn't ask for this. He didn't. I'd do the same exact thing. I'm grabbing my son. I'm getting the hell out of there. I didn't ask for this.
You know, I didn't want to say this, Cameron, but this scene alone, when I first saw it in the old anime, I low-key hated him. I low-key hated him for saying that.
Really?
I low-key hated him because he misunderstood why Kenshin was fighting, and we see this later on in this episode, because he misunderstood. He even misunderstood his father until later on. But all I will say is, at that moment, I hated him just for that. Obviously temporarily, but I hated him just for that scene. Anyways, yes. Miss Sao was about to snap at him, but obviously her grandfather stopped her, and like, and he said, look, do you really know what is do you really think Kenshin like has any gain by fighting for his own accord? And yes, as the fight goes on, Chou goes on. What will you gain from saving an obnoxious little brat? And Kenshin says, "I have slain countless lives, and in order to create this new era." And he also says, "To you, he might just look like a little brat, but for me, he's a godsend, and the newest, and as he's a godsend for this new generation. So that's why I'm willing to fight for his sake." And yes, Yori's father hears this, and yes, now he finally understands why Kenshin is fighting, because it's not the swords, it's the people that were created in this new age. Anyways, Kenshin looks over to him like, "Grab Iori and run," but Iori's father, he's just contemplating for a bit, and then suddenly he takes action. He runs past Iori, heading towards a shrine, and shouts out, "Iori, just wait! I'm coming to save you soon." And Chou sees it. "Oh, you're not going anywhere." He was about to strike the hell out of him, but then Kenshin launches his broken sword at the snake blade and saves him. That was a pretty epic move. And yes, he escaped and went to the shrine. He grabbed the sword, and during this, Kenshin manages to outmaneuver the sword and get in close range and elbow Chou's forehead.
Yes, gave him the Goku special, the Raccoon elbow.
Yeah, I guess if you want to cut the forehead as an elbow.
Yes, it is foreheads. When I see that elbow thrown is the Raccoon elbow.
Raccoon, Ultra Fighting. Boom. That still cracks me up to this day, I'll be honest.
Someone's
Anyways,
a little bit too much Xenoverse too.
Not just that, it's been like in almost every Dragon Ball game, dude. Almost. Anyways, that almost basically knocked Chou out cold, and Misao's grandfather like makes him mention that's basically Kenshin's last resort right now. If that didn't do it, basically Kenshin is screwed. So yes, Chou's like, "Now I know not to underestimate you. You gave me a really solid blow there, and now I know not to let you get too close. Now I'm gonna cut up your body into pieces and spread it all over the place." Brittle words, and then Iori's father suddenly shouts out, "Himura, use this sword!" And yes, Kenshin sees this sword flying in, and he grabs it. And then Misao shouts out, "Yes, now Kenshin can fight back." But as we see, Kenshin, he's just standing there. He's clearly contemplating. And Misao's grandfather makes a mention. "I see. I don't think Kenshin can draw out the sword, because as we all know, Kenshin makes a vow to never kill again, and yes, if he kills right here, he may never go back to being a wanderer ever again. He'll be back to Batosai, the manslayer from back then. Yes, and Chou right here, he he starts saying, so that's the sword. Now I can do I can kill two birds with one stone. Get the sword and kill Hitoki.
Hitokiri Batosai.
Thank you.
Also,
Uh,
this is the first time Masao ended up finding out about who Kenshin truly is, and she was in utter fear.
yeah, I actually forgot that she did not know that Kenshin was the Batosai until now. So yes, if he, like I said, there's a lot of writing on this because right now his heart is on a balanced scale. So if he kills, bye bye Wanderer Kenshin, and he'll be back to being the manslayer he once was.
No more Karu.
So Cho sees that he's hesitating, and he's like, how about I kill the baby instead? I'll give you an example. And there's Misao and her grandfather were about to take action, obviously, but then Kenshin screams out like, no! And he goes, "Fool, yeah," and then he's like, Misao grandfather, no, it's a trap. Kenshin starts flying in with the sword, with the snake blade suddenly like flinging at him. Kenshin is dodging all over the place. He jumps up, and Cho's like, "You're wide open." It's about to strike Kenshin from behind, but somehow Kenshin outmaneuvers himself, spinning in midair. And he goes like, Cho's like, "What?" Kenshin draws out the sword and slashes. And yes, we just see him cough up blood and fall. We're left with suspense right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to put this out there.
What's that? Oh, what's that? What? Wait, who's that?
Who do you see is that?
I see MHA and anyways, where was I? Where was I before he distracted me? He's still distracting me, guys.
You were after he gets knocked out, and he beats Chou.
Mm-hmm. Kenshin was left with that serious look on his face, like, and Yuri is also looking at him like, huh? Then Kenshin looks down and sees the sword. It's basically a reverse-bladed sword, which means it's not sharp.
It's a Sakabato.
Mm-hmm.
The last one made. Now Chou ends up not actually being dead. He ends up talking to Kenshin, telling them like, "You may have got me this time, but you see, you thought I was the worst one. Well, they're all coming for you. And when they come for you, they're gonna make you have to kill. And it's gonna be game over." Miss Al and her grandfather just like, all right, we're
Grandfather.
knocks
That
him
was
the
it.
hell out. And he will be taken to be questioned. Correct?
To the police. Yes.
Anyways, the healed or the scabbard part of it breaks off that holds the sword. They go back to the area. The good thing is the blade's not damaged. They just probably have to refix the healed part so he can be able to hold the sword and make the sword again. I'm guessing he'll replace it with where his broken sword's at and things like that. But they save Lori, and and then as the episode's ending off, where they discuss some more things, and Kenshin's kind of thinking back to obviously Lori's father's father, and he has a flashback moment to where, you know, I guess after the events way back then, he starts to become his wandering Ruroni Kenshin. His master basically, or the guy who's swordsmith, is like, "Here, take this dang sword. If you want to go talk about it, go ahead." You know it.
Okay, yeah, I was actually gonna say, and after this scene, they actually didn't like cut into like a flashback episode in the old anime. So this is gonna be interesting. Now my question is, how deep into the backstory are they gonna go to? Because, well, actually, obviously not that deep, because they're coming back to after they're cutting after Kenshin stopped killing. So yes, so that's gonna be interesting. Like, how much are they gonna show? Probably not that much, but there's stuff I do want to see, but that I won't spoil right now. But it's it's hyping me up.
Yeah, he basically gives him the sword that we've been going across. Kenshin's had all this time, including season 1 and the bits of season 2, until he fought Sojiro. And then he basically says, once that thing breaks, that's when I need you to come back to Kyoto. It's too bad that he's dead now, but yeah, that's where the episode ends off. And it seems like we're going into a backstory stuff with Kenshin.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what they have in store, because
oh, that's it? That's all you had to say?
Should I keep talking?
I thought you were going to add on anything else, but I didn't know. You stopped.
I wanted to add something else. I just forgot.
Well, that's it. So we're going to get out of here. Now that we finally caught up. We only got 2 more shows to catch up on. Dadan, which that's going to have to be a dual episode review, because I'm going to the Clifford game on Wednesday. You want to come? No.
I don't want to be any more indebted to you than I already am. Thank you very much.
Of course, because that means you have to add on another $30, which means you would be paying me $90 in total.
Okay. Since you're exposing me, how about I expose you? Before we start this video, this man goes on by asking me which anime do I want to start? Do I want to review with him? And I said Ruroni Kenshin first. And he goes like, "Oh, you're gonna make me rewatch Ruroni Kenshin again just to refresh my memory." And then later on, I also asked him, "Okay, Cameron, what would you wanna review that you already have fresh in your memory?" And then you know what this guy said? I still have to rewatch them all. So and then I go like, "Then why would you complain? It's your fault." This man. Oh, jeez. Well, there you have it, folks. My good friend Champion 15.
Anyways, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Ruroni Kenshin content or any other anime content on the channel. Thursday, along with the Dawn recording, that will record 2 episodes. I'm also going to record the final volume chapter of My Hero Academia, which I have a lot to say. I'm overjoyed, I'm happy, and I can't contain myself. But I can't wait to see the haters' tears keep continuing, and I'm going to eat all their tears. Because that's what I do. I drink people's hater tears.
That's an interesting image. Oh god. Oh god. Anyways.
Hit the subscribe button to my co-host channel. He's trying to get to 100 subscribers in about 4 weeks before the new year starts. Yep,
and keep an eye out, because I'm also going to be hosting a Sparking Zero World Tournament with my good friend Camper 15, his brother, and another friend of mine that I
agreed to that, but okay. I never agreed to that, but okay.
Are you really going to chicken out now?
No, but I never agreed to it.
Well, I never agreed to a lot of things that you talked me into, but hey, here we are.
Oh, well, here's my difference. I ain't talk you into playing Overwatch. That was your friend.
Hey, that's the way I do things. I try to do things that are like, off the rails for me. And I give it a chance. And I already mentioned in that video before. It can be fun. Just don't expect me to be too well immersed into it, like buying skins and stuff. You know what I mean?
So like Fortnite.
Yes, just like Fortnite. I'll play it once in a while, but don't expect me to be well immersed into it, like buying skins and shit. Because.
See, now that's gonna be a video we gotta do with Caleb, just like our old Outlast trial videos.
Yes, let's do. Yes, okay. Look forward to that also. But
I
after
miss
the
Outlast
Spartan,
trials. Good times, good times.
yes, but after the Spartan Zero tournament. Got it.
Sure.
Anyways, goodbye, guys, and take care. Peace.